everyone, my name is Shuuri and this week's video is going to be about Valentine's Day! Yay! And what better way to celebrate Valentine's Day than to make some good old-fashioned homemade chocolates. Or at least as homemade as I'm willing to commit to. So yeah, you might be wondering, who are these chocolates for, Shuuri? Are they for a significant other? Are they for your friends? Are they for your family? And I'm gonna be honest with you, they're for me. And I just feel like I deserve it, you know? And it's 2020, y'all. 2020 Shuuri is all about self-love, self-care, self-growth, and what better way to love yourself than to make yourself some good chocolate. I'm probably going to make chocolates for other people, but the main reason that I'm making chocolate is for myself. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to make myself the cutest, most darn tootinest, best box of chocolates that I possibly can and give them to myself. Please enjoy. To start, we're going to put some water in our pot. Just enough to boil will suffice. We're going to place our pot on the stove and turn the heat to a low-medium heat, just enough for the water to simmer or heat up. Then we're going to place a bowl that's bigger than the circumference of the pot on top of the pot, add your chocolates, and slowly melt the chocolate. So I'm using Nestle's milk chocolate and he is thick. We're talking like 3 C's thick boy. As you can tell, I started the chocolate molding process and I am just putting enough chocolate to kind of spread it around the entire mold with chopsticks. We kind of want it to be concave so that we can add our caramel sauce. So I am using Ghirardelli caramel sauce, ship it away into the fridge, and take it back out and seal it off with the rest of the melted milk chocolate. Once I was finished, I popped those bad boys out of their molds and put them into a Tupperware. Trust me, this whole process was just trial and error. After putting my chocolates into the Tupperware, I sealed it off with a lid, and with a handy dandy sticky note, I labeled the types of chocolates that I made. Just for consistency's sake, I did this for all the chocolates that I ended up making, and I decided to do this so that I could refer back to it later. And off it goes back into the freezer. Then I melted some Ghirardelli dark chocolates, and as you can tell by the liquidy consistency, it is very different in texture to the thick Nestle Toll House milk chocolates. So I ended up putting these dark chocolates into heart molds. And let's fast forward and just tapped out any air bubbles. Then I wanted to make some different colored chocolates, so I ended up using some Ghirardelli white chocolates, and I added a different type of candy melt to each bowl to create some pretty pastel colors. Then I melted the red candy melt with the white chocolate to make a pretty pastel pink chocolate. And then I did the same with the yellow and the white chocolate to make a pretty yellow beige chocolate. And the same with the blue to make a light turquoise chocolate, and same with the purple to make a really pretty purple pastel chocolate. Then I put the melted yellow chocolates into their candy molds, tapping out any excess air bubbles, following blue and purple. Then I did the same thing with the melted pink chocolates and I put them into little heart molds. Tapped out any excess air bubbles. Then proceeded to move in with some white chocolate. After the chocolates cooled down, I just popped all of the colored white chocolates into some Tupperware, and I labeled them and shipped them back off into the freezer again. So this was my workspace with all of the labeled chocolate and melted colored chocolate laid all out on the table. The colored chocolate was used for some decorating, and I would just take out a chocolate and get to work. I used chopsticks to maneuver the melted chocolate to make any designs that popped up into my mind. And it was honestly a very tedious job. It was kind of like backbreaking work. There's a lot of like finagling with the chocolate and it not going the way that you want to. So like I said before, it was a trial and error process, so I would just make mistakes and learn from them until I got them right again. And in the end, everything worked out the way I wanted it to. I also ended up making a BT21 figure because I have a few friends who love BTS, so I just decided to make a few of those, and he was very difficult to make just because his eyebrows and his weird beak or mouth. So yeah, but I think he turned out alright. Then I made a lot of different types of faces, and again, it's just kind of difficult to maneuver the chocolate with your chopsticks, so it was a lot of trial and error process, a lot of detail fixing and redoing. So if you don't get it right, then you can try again and again and again. And finally, I made some chocolates with some edible pearls and wafers, and I just kind of maneuvered those by tweezers and placed them exactly where I wanted to. And these were very difficult to put on, and this was also backbreaking work. Now moving on to the fun part, I got a cute pink chocolate box and lined the inside with little baking paper cups. So this is where I would put the final selection of chocolates. And for the final reveal, these are my chocolates. They are my pride and joy, my blood, sweat, and tears, and my babies, and I spent over 10 hours on these chocolates the past entire week, night and day, and I ended up making over 130 chocolates. My perfectionistic tendencies made chocolate making very hard to do, but overall, I'm very pleased with the results. So these were the final selections of chocolates, and with a cute card for myself, I would be excited. I would be ecstatic to receive these chocolates. So today is Valentine's Day, and this is the final product of my week's worth of labor. So a lot of the preparation was in the mornings and at night, and I made so many chocolates, and my friends started calling me Willy Wonka. Shuuri, I made you some chocolates and I worked really hard on them, and I hope that you will just accept them and accept my love for you. Oh my gosh, are those for me? I mean, I always liked you and I've always been so shy, but you're graduating soon and I thought that this would be the proper time to tell you. Well, thank you so much for the chocolates. I love them. They're lovely. Thank you. But yeah, that's how I imagine it to be in my head. Let us try one of these bad boys. I'm gonna go for this one? Little bear. Let's see. Not bad. It has a caramel inside. Make chocolate for myself just because no one else is gonna make it for me, you know? But after eating these chocolates filled with love and hard work from myself, I feel ready to take on 2020, and yeah, I just feel really good. I feel really good about myself. So, today's a good day. My philosophy is if you're gonna do something for yourself, go all the way. Like, go big or go home. And I think that this video is the epitome of that. I've been told I'm a very extra person. I believe it. I admit it. I think I'm a very extra person and do the most. But, you know, 2020, if I'm gonna be extra, then I should be extra for myself. And yeah, I think it's time well spent. Get you a girl who can make chocolates for herself and eat them and enjoy them and love them like she loves herself. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time.